Fantastic folks at Criterion Games have been hard at work building the next Need for Speed. You saw the trailers, right? Today we'll be discussing all the latest news about Need for Speed Unbound, releasing on December 2nd of 2022. In Need for Speed Unbound, it's about changing your lane as you start from the bottom and race to the top. With new driving effects that light up the streets, a new burst nitrous tactic to blow the doors off the competition, and customization for both you and your car. You're not only here to win, but to win in style. From the moment you're behind the wheel, you'll experience the immersive 4K 60 frames per second gameplay of street racing and some of the greatest looking cars in the most engaging Need for Speed world ever created. Welcome to Lakeshore. The world of Lakeshore is your canvas and you're the artist. Paint the streets with your skills and style as you head to weekly qualifiers, takeovers, and meetups. Nothing is going to be handed to you, so you're going to have to pull out all the stops to earn that cash. No cash? That means no upgrades or customization, so you better get to work, and you've got a pack of racers who want to see you fail, and they're going to do their best to make sure you're in their rearview mirror. As you're burning up the roads, keep your focus with the soundtrack of trailblazing artists from around the world of hip-hop and the world premiere of A$AP Rocky's brand new track in Need for Speed Unbound. The innovative single-player campaign delivers thrills and consequences through an immersive narrative spanning day and night that engages players in the world of Lakeshore. When a robbery at a family auto shop tears two friends apart, a rookie racer sets out on a journey to win the ultimate street race and reclaim the priceless car that was stolen from them. When you're ready, go on and race up to 15 other players and parties of up to 4 friends to see who is real legend of the lake. Hit a meetup with your friends and dominate the race playlist. Remember, no wins equals no money equals no car upgrades equals you're staying at the back of the pack. No one wants to stare at taillights, so challenge some friends and other racers in the server and see who's the best and who's the rest. From spectacular mountain views around Seba Ski Resort to the rolling plains of Griffith Parklands, down to the picturesque Lake Virgil, and up to the port of Duncan Bay, Lakeshore feels like it was designed by street racers for street racers. This ain't no flat track, and the city is a twisting, turning, multi-level playground for fast cars. When you're not dominating off the line, you'll have speed traps, long jumps, stunt drops, and ramps to have fun with. When the fun is a little too much, get your whip cleaned up and running smoothly by running through a gas station. Need to take a break, tune up your car, or just plan your next move to get to the top? Pull up at a Safehouse. And don't forget the meetups, the underground racing scene where you can race street racers for bragging rights and cold hard cash. Did I mention there are side bets? The more you race, the more you win, the higher your heat level. Cops will be waiting, so you have to decide. Will you run, battle them, or hit Lakeshore's underground until the coast is clear? Take care of the streets, and the streets will have your back. Make bank, hold on to your cash by ducking the cops, and strike a balance between upgrading your custom and keeping enough green to pay the qualifier entry fee. Weekly qualifiers take place at the end of every week, and you'll need to dust the opposition on 3 occasions across 4 performance tiers to be considered the feature in the grand. Having a ride that fits the tier for each race is key to earning a spot, but you'll also need the capital to pay the entry fee. Here's some things to keep in mind as you race your way to Lakeshore's ultimate race. Tune your ride. To enter the weekly qualifier, your performance index within each tier will need to be high enough to stand up to the opposition. If you need a boost, upgrade your ride for better performance or check the garage to see if you already have something more up to spec. In need of better parts, give your garage a facelift for access to more upgrades. For some of the highest rewards though, you'll have to push the limits and take part in events that require high heat to land yourself a custom to rival the very best. Side hustles are where it's at. Short on cash with a qualifier looming? Hit up a delivery mission, roam the city for activities and collectibles, or take advantage of high-risk night events that are more likely to attract attention from the cops. For bonus cash, challenge rivals to a side bet, wager in your own bank to back your skill behind the wheel and make money whilst doing it. Better yet, target the racers directly above or below you in the rankings to really maximize the return. Stash your cash and make it last. It's understood that everyone wants to show up to the qualifier with the baddest custom and blow everyone away. But a dope car is no good if you're broke and can't afford the entry fee. More racing means more heat, and the cops are more than happy to see your bank take a tumble. Are you prepared to push to the limit for a bigger payday? If so, you'll need to be as smart as you are fast to avoid getting busted and keep your cash. Oh, and if you're in a pinch and weekly qualifiers closing in, buckle up for an intense couple of days of racing to make that wallet bulge. Rock the cops. You're not supposed to be here, but you are, and the cops don't like it. Fail to get off your tail and you'll lose your cash. Lakeshore's best street racers know the city well enough to give the blue lights to slip. hit J-turns, drive into oncoming traffic, and dive into underground areas to shake pursuing choppers. Word on the street, find a spot to lay low, kill your engine, and switch off the lights whilst in cooldown to lose your heat faster. Know your nitrous. You want to be the first across the line. Upgrade your nitrous for an injection of speed when you need it most. Holding the nitrous button uses regular nitrous, while tapping the button triggers burst nitrous. Mastering when to use burst nitrous is key to leaving the competition in smoke, as your meter will drain 0 over time. Perform boost earning actions like getting airtime or drifting, and decide when to unleash your nitrous to gain the biggest advantage. Time it right and fly past the competition. Get it wrong and you'll be picking your custom out of the nearest ditch. Word on the street, draft cars in front to fill your burst nitrous meter faster. Don't get caught sleeping. Be decisive and make your move early to get ahead. The qualifier is an eliminator event, so if you don't finish high enough up the rankings, you'll miss out and have to use a retry for repeat the Friday to re-enter. Struggling to win the qualifier? Lakeshore is a city of second chances. You can always adjust the difficulty level in the game menu. Lower difficulty settings grant you more retries and make it less likely for the cops to find you. You must win the qualifiers for 3 weeks to get to the Grand. Bank your cash Sunday through Friday, with each week culminating in a big 3-part race on Saturday called a qualifier. To enter the qualifier, you need to have a wad of cash to pay the entry fee and a car that can keep up with the other racers. Qualifiers are eliminator races, meaning if you don't place, you're out. To progress to the next, you must win the final race of the qualifier. Winning a qualifier race ain't no joke. It takes nerves of steel to burn up the streets of Lakeshore. If you win, you'll be awarded a grip of cash and a legendary custom car. Custom tricked out car with unique body kit and a custom wrap. Now repeat that 2 more times to get to the Grand. The Grand is like a souped up qualifier with a twist. You'll need a big buy-in and 4 different cars of different tiers of performance to participate in 4 different races in a row. When you win the Grand, you get a pile of $1 million cash. Heat levels, more risk, more rewards. As you race and win, your heat will increase. The more you win, the higher the heat. As your heat increases, Lakeshore's finest up their game, increasing their tactics, capabilities, and resources with one goal in mind: to take you down. The heat you accumulate from your day races goes with you into the night, increasing the risk and bumping up the rewards. Get busted without banking your dough at your safe house, and you'll be as broke as a joke, and you won't be qualifying in the qualifiers. $1 million bank, that's what's at stake at the Grand, the biggest race in Lakeshore. Think you have what it takes? You're going to need to turn up the heat, race hard, be fast, and win your races. You can't just walk into the Grand. You'll need cash and cars to compete, and that means you have to win races. Even if you don't come in first in every race, placing will net you some cash. Cash equals more upgrades equals faster finishes. Each event in Lakeshore has a heat value. The higher the risk, the higher the heat. The higher the buy-in, the bigger the reward. You could play it safe and go low risk, but what's the fun in that? Not only that, but some events require a certain heat level. Build up your heat, find those events, and bank that money. Once the cops are called in, be ready to run, take them out, or hide. The longer the chase, the higher the heat, the more aggressive the cops. Heat levels 1 through 2 will have you facing Dodge Charger patrol cars and all-wheel drive Ford Explorers, ready to take you down by any means necessary on any route. And heat level 3 brings out the Corvette Interceptor, which you're not going to outrun, so you will have to outdrive it. Heat level 4 doubles the intensity with the introduction of Undercover Camaro and the Pursuit Helicopter. If you survive and get to heat level 5, the cops will bring the pain with the Ford F-150 Raptor, joining the Pursuit Helicopter. Yeah, that's a helicopter chasing you, and there's no ramming to disable it. Either lose it with expert driving skills or hide. Once you've escaped the cops, get to a safe house quickly to bank your cash, unless of course you're willing to turn up the heat and risk what's in your pockets for even more. Once you hit a safe house, day shifts to night or night shifts to the next day. Maximize your time in Lakeshore during each period to pad your bank and build your heat. Street racing through the city of Lakeshore is going to take everything you've got, and even then, you're not guaranteed to win. Take your winnings, even if you placed dead last, and save up to add some power to your ride. Winning guarantees a payday, but even if you don't win, bank the cash you earn from each race so you can hit bigger races with higher buy-ins. Upgrade and customize your machine and gear, and get better finishes. There's a side hustle, and that's the side bets. You can throw down some cash to up the ante in your races with side bets. Adding a side bet changes the dynamic of the race, so don't bet what you're not willing to lose. Better yet, don't lose. Meetups are where you can test your skill against other racers and make some quick loot via side bets. That's all of the latest news for Need for Speed Unbound. Be sure to follow me for more videos like this in the future. Need for Speed Unbound releases on December 2nd, 2022 on next-gen PlayStation, Xbox consoles, and PC.